I believe that the rise of esports and why it's important and has become such a significant trend is it's really this convergent between gaming, technology in both broadcasting and the ability to share your gaming from basements or from wherever you want to stream, and then also social media, so the ability for fans to interact with the streamers, and then of course competitive entertainment, because that's what it is. It is a big major sport. So going into the data a little bit, we see that currently esports, there's about 16% of adult consumers consider themselves esports fans. It is still a ways away until it's the size of the NFL, but it is right up there already with UFC and soccer in the US. And these numbers too are representing adult fans. So this is 18 plus. And keep in mind, if you have any kids who are watching Twitch and are fans of gaming, they're under 18. So we're not even including this emerging population of fandom, which is going to make it a lot bigger. The strengths of this fanship, if anyone has had the chance to go to an esports event, I really recommend that you do. I had an opportunity to go to the Overwatch League Championship in Philadelphia a couple months ago. You could just see that people were really, there was a fire, and they were really passionate about this interest of them. And so, looking at our data, we wanted to understand, do they believe they're going to be fans for life? And we see that 2/3 of them do, and about 3/4 of them, really believe it's going to be the next big thing. And that's evident also in, they're talking about bringing esports in the Olympics. There's now, official esports collegiate leagues. There's esports organizations at the high school and college level. So there's this whole ecosystem that's bubbling up to support this rising industry. Now we look for the reasons of their fanship, and this is directly parallel to traditional sports fans. It is competitive in nature. It's an escape from kind of their day-to-day, realities and just their responsibilities, and wanted to just kind of take their mind off things. It's an extension of their passion for gaming. So similar to someone who's a passionate baseball player, watching baseball is just an extension of that. And it's a social connection. I think this is a crucial point for gamers. There's kind of this concept that they're more isolated, and esports is really giving them an opportunity to share their passion and get in public with their friends and really just connect with people who share their interest. Now, this is really interesting. So if you ask some of these questions among fans of NFL, you're not going to get as kind of wide support for sponsors. People are kind of like, oh man, there's too many ads in football. Even if they make me laugh sometimes, there's so much brands coming at my face when I'm watching a football game. Well, in esports, these fans, and if you talk to them too, they reflect this. They understand that it takes sponsorship support, takes investment from brands for their passion to continue to grow and get its place, on the main stage and maintain it there. So they are kind of really super supportive of corporate sponsorship across the board. And we'll talk about this in our panel, but there are caveats to that. Brands need to kind of show that they understand this space and want to meet them in authentic ways. So who are they? So a key thing for me right now, Nielsen is doing an AMA and helping to understand the size of esports fans, similar to traditional sports, and to provide valuation on the different sponsorship campaigns. But still there's a lot of white space and misconstrued data on who these people are. So that's the area that we are trying to fill in, same as we have in of course, media and in traditional sports as well. So we see here they do lean highly male, about 75% are male currently. They are multicultural, so more diverse than some traditional sports fans around there. They are career-driven and want to get to the top of their careers. So there's this perception that these are lazy kids, and I think they're challenging that norm every day. And you maybe talk to your colleagues, and you might be surprised how many of them are gamers. And then they are influenced by celebrity, and as gaming is becoming this pop culture moment. We're seeing celebrities like Ninja and other influencers become really big kind of pop culture icons. So all aligns. And then lastly, media, of course, no surprises here, but the data backs up what everyone's been assuming, and that is they're spending a ton of time on the internet and they're not spending time on traditional TV. So their eyeballs are going elsewhere, and we want to help you understand where that is and how to reach them. Looking at their traditional media though, since it is very important, we see their top magazines, a lot more kind of male skew enthusiast titles, and sports related as well. And then also very kind of high good content from a TV perspective. So like really the high caliber content, HBO, FX, TNT, in addition to sports. And the only thing on the radio front to point out is the Mexican. I think, again, going back to the multicultural and more diverse audience there.